Okay, what is going on, everybody? It is Monday. Sorry for the late start. My cat actually just puked, so I had to clean it up a little bit. But I think I'm catching the just right guide here at the open. Really do not have a lot to look at today. I didn't really have a single gap stock with the catalyst. This is about it, is WDC, but it just took off what it was. What the heck? Well, it got downgraded. There used to be a little news segment thing right here. I don't know what happened to it anymore. It's not there. Either way, it's a pretty good candle for a gap and go here. It's getting stuck and not anymore. It just seems like every single day my computer lags just a little bit behind. So just kind of adjust it so that it's right. That ended up failing pretty good there. Wow. Solid move. Yeah, that's a big move. IQ is somewhat interesting. Got up there, starting to fail. I kind of like it still. WDC could have set up for a nice opening range play here. SPY's moving down a little bit. Nothing too special. Apple seems to be the only FANG stock that's holding up at the moment. Oh, big red candle on the SPY now. IQ just seems to be holding up here. Apple's just not dropping right now. There's a little poke below. I just don't see anything that I like in it. Seeing some good looking patterns, seeing some ugly patterns. Might be something here at 142. Maybe, maybe not. If the market's gonna keep dropping, Facebook's probably not gonna let me get in on it. MU could be really good here for an opening range breakdown. SPY's kind of doing the same thing, but not really. WDC's failing. It's kind of a weird spot. It's really far away from VWAP. It's too far from VWAP. I don't want to take it. It's so overextended. I mean, it's already made $1.15 move here. How much further could it really go? I mean, it could easily keep dropping, but I mean, it's already moved 3 or 4% here. I feel like I'm just chasing down here. Plus, it's right in front of the whole number. I mean, the market's moving down even more, but I'm not seeing anything making me want to take that one. It's a nice looking setup, but just because of where it is relative to VWAP, I don't like it enough. RR is not good enough. Nvidia, just a little ugly at the moment. Baba, also a little ugly at the moment. Everything's gapping down. Kind of running off from the upside for the past few days. Stock's been consolidating up on some significant daily spot, but they're all seeming to be topping out today. Facebook seem to have gotten stuck here. Could take it for a quick scout depending on what we see. I'll probably go 500. Have to see what happens when we get down there. SPY's popping back up. Well, WDC is a really nice move. It's almost down 10% now though. Oh shoot, I wasn't even looking. Netflix setting up for a pretty good VWAP bounce here. Gonna have to try and use a limit. Probably 331.50 might be my best bet. Stop would be something like maybe 40. Strong candle on the SPY here, so here's our first VWAP test. Huge candle on the SPY, whoa. It just went straight for high day. It's like a 50-cent candle, oh my god. Okay, Baba's really interesting because it just broke down underneath this, oh it didn't. Not quite, under 50. And with as strong as the SPY was being, oh, what in the world is going on? Wow. How in the world could I have gotten a piece of that? I guess it faked a move to towards high day, and then just absolutely lost it underneath that 50. That is a huge candle. Wow. Yeah, it poked above after looking pretty good and holding higher, and then that just lost it. Things pretty sketchy at the moment. I don't think I see anything that I like yet, so I think I'll flip this back on when I do. Alright, I'm looking at Netflix again. So the SPY is just taking off right now. I mean, we got like a dollar candle here in a couple minutes. But Netflix just isn't really following suit here. It seems to keep getting stuck here, trying to move higher and just failing. So I'm wondering if there's a good short in here. If it wants to pop up above this 30 and start failing, I think I might be able to get a good short in here. Might be like 50. I want to see that pop though, because at the same time it's holding above VWAP, and it might come down to VWAP and fail and move lower and then pop higher. But with what the SPY's been doing, it makes it seem like it should be moving higher. It might just be a good short underneath. Yeah, I might just start dropping. Or I might just get bought back up. I just don't think I like it for a long. Moving average is in play. just doesn't seem to be failing. If it is, it's just doing it really slowly. Yeah, I guess it's just slow. Alright, still nothing. Alright, Netflix coming back to View app here. Looks like it's failing again. I'm thinking that because it failed moving higher, a little bit of an engulfing candle here, come back for a pullback. SPY is still really strong. I just have a feeling that once the SPY starts turning around here, Netflix is going to start failing too. I think we can probably get something like this. A little low volume there. It's about right on it for that triangle. And SPY is turning around here. I think I like this. I want to go for this. Stop's going to be really tight though. I mean, if it just breaks above this 50 here, I'm out. It ain't looking too good. And I'm out. Have to see what happens here. Maybe if it gets underneath the whole number again. Still go for 150. Still like it for a short. Just like a little low volume here. And no, like it's just gonna keep squeezing higher. The SPY just won't quit right now. That is definitely influencing this. I mean, Netflix has gotten up here 3 times now. Didn't quite get above that 30 again. And the SPY's turning around again. Just doesn't look good for a risk-reward standpoint anymore. I mean, my risk is just too big. But it keeps getting down here. Very well just might continue to set up. Or it could just go without me. Tesla isn't bad looking here. I would like to see a View app push above quickly. I don't want to see it drop yet. I want to see it touch it first. Probably pretty big here. 200 shares on Tesla would be pretty nice. See what happens. SPY's turning around. Pulled off a little bit. See what happens if it wants it. Just a huge pullback on the SPY again. Just seeing these giant green candles. Tesla doesn't seem to have it though. Something above the 40s. Yeah, I The SPY is just causing a whole bunch of problems right now. A little bit more, that's all I needed. Guess I'm not gonna get it. Jeez. That's annoying. Apple, week open, pull back, just kind of chopping around, getting really low volume up here. Definitely not as strong as the SPY has been. Just popped up above here though. I think there might just be a good short up there. See what happens if it wants to get back up there. Guess we're not gonna get that. No, now it doesn't look good for a short. I think something's going on at Netflix there at that 331. Clearly gotten there a few times now. It's come back up. Still think I like it for a long. But where can I get is the question. Decent pullback there, the volume's grown on it, but it doesn't look like it wants it. I'm going to go for this again here. Let's see if I can get filled. 45 is going to be it. Ask is stepping down. Gonna miss it. Missed it. Just didn't get filled. See what happens again here. Getting tighter and tighter here. Moving average is coming down on it, looks pretty good. I just want a better entry here. Yeah, might just go. This guy's looking a little weaker. Just don't want to see Netflix break it. I want it to give me another chance. It looks great for a breakdown here, because with as strong as the SPY has been, Netflix just doesn't have that same strength. Alright, might get something here. I'll have to see a retest of 320 or 332. I gotta see it. I think that might have been it. Come on, man, just do it. Somebody get me. Alright, I'm in. And we're getting squeezed. See if we can hold. That's pious. Oh my god, dude. SPY is murdering me right now. I'm looking at this trade down here, and then all of a sudden we get this huge high day squeeze again. But once again, we're getting up here and we're just failing. Back underneath VWAP. Yeah, the volume's growing to the upside though. I don't know if it's a good short anymore. That's the second candle triangle in a row that it has failed. I guess we'll have to see what happens here. Unreal. Now it's holding above the moving averages. It very well might just want to finally take off and move higher. Only problem is, where's my stop? Below 331 for sure, but that's pretty far. But we're just not going. It's just not breaking higher. And SPY's turning down again. That might have been the last VWAP test before it finally does want to move higher. Facebook's looking pretty good here for a short underneath 142. Just continual lower highs here. Pop up, fail, pop up, fail, pop up, fail. Growing volume on this candle here. I might just have to use to get in on this. But where's my stop? Hidden buyers maybe? Big red candle on the SPY, and there it goes. That breakout did not work at all. Bought back up super hard. That tells me it might be a good long. But with as strong as the SPY has been this entire time, Facebook hasn't done anything. I'm still liking it for a short, but I think I just need to watch the price action play out. See if it sets up again for another situation to continue lower. Because it's only a fake breakdown for now, just for right there. I don't like it for a long though. Stocks are dropping again. SPY's losing it. Stocks are just acting really weird. Especially the FANG stocks. Pretty weak up here. I like it for a short. This wasn't too much of a retest for me. This is a bullish pullback from a fake breakdown, so I still need to be patient here. Still need to wait. Netflix is interesting. Alright, SPY just broke a little lower outside of a range here, and it looks like it's getting bought back up, so things might want to be moving higher right now. Regardless of these moving averages and everything else. See what happens on this test here, because now it's starting to matter a little bit more. If it makes a push higher and fails there, it's fine too. SPY's just got a big candle on it right now. Moving higher again. So far, not great. Doesn't seem to like it. I'm going for this. I like it. Stop will be just right above. See if we can get underneath that 142 again. So far, a decent little fake there. I think it matters what the SPY does too. So far, that's not a good sign. Yeah, stops at 56. We got growing volume, but just made that push, and it failed, so I still like it for a short here. I need to see under 142 before I do anything. The SPY. Killing me, man. Facebook, there's a little pop there. So far, I'm not seeing any strength here, which is definitely a good sign. It's in a really awkward spot to add into it. I haven't seen enough. Because I can't lower my risk. The whole point of adding is to lower my risk, and if I'm adding here, I'm just increasing my risk. Big view app test here, see if we can get under. Volume's nothing special here. Now it looks like a spot to add. If Facebook can't get above this and stop me out, this is where I want to get more in there. Because SPY is screaming up and Facebook just doesn't have it. We got to a high of 50. My God, dude, the SPY. Just like, what are you gonna do about that? Alright, I'm more into this here. Stop is going to be at 52 now. I only lowered my risk a little bit. But Facebook keeps failing, so I'm liking it. Still making lower highs here each time. Just gotta be okay with it. Whatever happens, happens. Big numbers there on the tape. Big drop here on the SPY. See if we can get underneath this 2016-ish. So far so good. I need under 142 to start taking anything. Gotta see what happens. We just had a push. I mean, this thing's gotta go. If not, it might finally be the case that it wants to go higher here. Let's change my stop. About 42 here. Just gotta remember, I can't get too attached to the idea, no matter how much of a good short it might be. I need to respect what the price action is telling me. Gotta respect my stop losses. Need to cut them earlier if I can. Stop loss is gonna have to be 42. Just low volume. See what happens. It's still not going anywhere. Alright, matter's right here. If it fails this push, which it finally doesn't seem to be. Same situation with that Netflix. It's just good volume on it. I guess that's where it just finally quit. Right back into it on good volume. Huge volume here. Ooh, bought back up real hard though. Closed on a doji. Wow. What a mess there. I don't think I have anything for the moment. push low, push high. Just like it's making a giant triangle here. I don't really know what there is here though. We got a big engulfing candle. That was definitely with the SPY. I don't really know what I want to see right now. Maybe a break lower. Fake break lower and see what happens if it gets bought back up. But then we still got the 50 coming down. So I got the 56, so it did break underneath this range here. And overall, I think it is more bullish than bearish. We'll have to wait though, come back to it. Alright, so Apple is a much different case here compared to Facebook, in the sense that we've been consolidating underneath VWAP, whereas Facebook's been above. So I'm thinking Apple's looking pretty weak here. We're definitely making a little bit of a triangle. I'll just keep that in there just to see. SPY's been up. I guess it just pulled back from a new high. But Apple's coming back here on pretty low volume, but it had low volume on that push down too. Either way, it's been consolidating pretty nicely. High of 31, so I'm only risking about 50 bucks right now just to start. So far, I like what it's doing too. I'm thinking I want to go for this. High will be above 31 here because we got that the 50 coming down on it too. So let's see if we can get to the bottom trend line again. But each time it's gotten around this 150 level, it's been failing. So I might just want to keep cycling some shares here. I'm definitely catching it at the top trend line. It's not a bad spot to get in. Yeah, it's about the same. If it can fail this move, hopefully, maybe. Nope. I just can't catch a break today. I just got nothing on my side. I gotta call it. I mean, this SPY has just been absolutely murdering my trades today. Completely short, and everything just doesn't want to quit, no matter how good it's gonna look. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'm looking at Tesla. Came back pretty strong, good volume. Starting to consolidate a little bit here. Got underneath VWAP, got back above VWAP, good volume. Triangle's coming down on this. I'm wondering if it's better long than a short in this scenario because we're starting to hold above the moving averages. I'm thinking that it is. Low volume pullback here after we just got above again. Stop is about 338.20. Where can I get in? Higher time frame tells me that it might be a short because we got the 9 coming down on it. Maybe I need to wait here. Maybe I need to wait and just see which direction it wants to go, and then catch it on a pullback or something. There's moving higher. SPY's dropping. It's pulling down from high day. So over 339.50, it's busted above the previous high. And if that move fails, then it could be a good short too. I'm starting to hold above this 339, which earlier in the day was an issue. It's been kind of around it. It hasn't really gotten above it though. It's good green volume on both of those pushes. Clear stop loss would be underneath 70. Sub loss 338.70. Like now's the point that it needs to break from. And the SPY's turning down lower. There's a trade in here somewhere. But is it long or is it short? I think if this move fails this long, because we're just getting underneath that range there. SPY is pulling down, moving lower. Higher time frame tells me it's a short, but just look at that volume. And there's no interest rate here. Now wait for a little bit of a VWAP test. This flag really doesn't mean anything. Well, that was its attempt for a break lower, I guess. back up into the candle. Again though, extremely low volume. Bids seem to be stepping up. Fang stocks really aren't telling me much of anything. Fang stocks just kind of moving sideways too. Nothing has direction. If anything, it's to the upside. I'm sick of looking at Tesla. The low volume's killing me. MU though is kind of setting up here. Going for that top trend line. High time frame. Price action keeps holding above here. It bought back up. The 9's coming down on it, but we're definitely holding higher. And it looks like Tesla's starting to fail here. So we got a high 339.40. Because this volume is super low, and if it wants to move higher, it should be holding above this. With some volume, I mean, it just had a chance to break out of this mini triangle that we were making. 9 EMA is right on top of it on the higher time frame. Let's see if I can get in. I'm liking it for a short here. Ask is stepping down, it might leave without me. Nobody's buying. Have to wait for a retest. I need a good entry. Not willing to give that up on Tesla. Here we go. Green candle on the SPY, of course. Trying again here. What's going on? Come on, man. It's like the only way I'm gonna get in is if I hit the market. Stop is, yeah, still above 40. Dude. Oh my. The SPY. Alright, I gotta call it today. I'll do a review here in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start the review process and whatnot. I decided to do all my stats first and everything, just to kind of cool down a little bit, you know, get a better picture idea of what went wrong in all these trades. So the first trade that I took was on Netflix. Ended up being somewhat of a symmetrical triangle trade here. So I had a weak open, pulled back a little bit to view app, kind of getting stuck around here each time, closed underneath. Closed above once, but as soon as we stuffed and made a little move lower here, I knew that there could be a good entry if we come back to view app and start looking like we're going to hold under. So we closed above the first candle here, but the second time, as it looked like we were starting to fail here, entered in as we got right around view app again, and I just immediately stopped out. So the SPY played its role in every single one of my trades today. The SPY, for the most part, the first 30 minutes, pretty strong. First hour, really, just strong, just moving up. Netflix just didn't have it. Had it with the open here, but then once it came back to view app, you know, we start getting stalled in here from about 37 to 41. But 37 to 41 here, the SPY's just still moving up. So I noticed that Netflix is just relatively weak compared to the SPY. So we got that drop on Netflix. So about 9:44 here. You know, the SPY is kind of topping out. So the first trade that I took, the SPY didn't really hurt nor help me. You know, I thought it was good entry. You know, the trend line coming down on it just looked like it was all right. The only issue that I might have here is that my my stop loss might have been too tight, because this move here, you know, it didn't get above this 331.20-ish, only got to 18. So I mean, the play is still intact. But because it's Netflix, you know, we got 50-cent spreads in some cases. I think I just didn't want to give it that much room. I'm trying to remember here just what really happened. So it gave me my stop loss as it came up, and retested that area. So it just kind of gets stuck at that 50-53 that I'm entering, and I just put a stop right in above it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's pushing it there a little bit too much. Regardless, ended up just being a decent loss. Second trade though on Netflix. So later on, had to redraw the trend line because it kept breaking it and failing. But still a nice triangle. You know, it's getting stuck underneath. Same time, SPY is it's still rising, still making those pushes higher. So we're looking at consolidating underneath the view app here. 331 clear support here, just holding and holding and holding. But at the same time, you know, the 20's coming down on it. I just figured that this is kind of a make or break situation here. I'll just go back to the video, really. Just try and see what I was thinking. So it came down to touch 331, started coming back again, made a little hammer, and I'm entering in on it as comes back up into view app, close to the trend line still, and then it stops me out. That's just, so that was at about 350, 351, and 350, 351 here, the SPY was getting ready to make a new high day push. So again, kind of a situation where it hurt, or it didn't hurt, but it didn't help me either. It's pulling down. You know, I'm thinking that if we can start seriously moving down here, you know, Netflix will just kind of follow suit just never really got that push. I mean, it's just B setups. I mean, everything that I took today I marked as a B setup, and I really think that it is. As for compliance, I need to think about it a little more to really figure that part out. But so far with the Netflix trades, just B setups. Both just ended up stopping out, and that was the end of it. Facebook was pretty annoying. So originally, I was looking at this thing here. I think I was looking at this trend line here. So Facebook, not a super strong not a super weak open. Came back with some good volume here. Starts consolidating above. The only problem that I have with this one is just this issue here, and it's consolidating above VWAP. Comes back, it pulls in. We keep just continual higher or lower highs, just constant here, and then we get this fake push low here down underneath 142, and it came back on pretty good volume. I think that's my warning sign number one, again causing it to be a B setup. But this trend line still intact. I mean, we had a fake push there, fake push lower here, another fake break higher out of this little recent range here. So I was like, okay, if the SPY has been as strong as it was, so this was about right before 10 o'clock. So ultimately the SPY is making a new high a day, but Facebook just wasn't making that same kind of pattern, so I figured Facebook was weak. 10 o'clock though, I mean, the SPY's sitting underneath all this stuff. I mean, it looks good. I mean, the SPY kind of on my side in this situation. So as things progress, it gets back to VWAP, touches it once, again a little fake push higher, because this trend line ends up changing to something like that. So I mean, it's kind of still right on it. Still hasn't broken anything. Still making lower highs. So I add into it again here at about 10:03 ish. That's when it's getting a little sketchy there, because now we just ended up making a new high a day break again, and whenever you're seeing these opposite signals here, where the SPY is really strong but Facebook just doesn't have it, that's a great add. I think there's nothing wrong with adding in that spot. It's just relative weakness. I mean, low volume here, still holding. And then I guess the final warning sign came whenever we did end up making a break lower underneath this range, and it got bought back up. I end up stopping out just above this 142.40 level, and it starts holding it, and then I guess that was about 08, so that was just before the new high day break. I don't know. I don't look at this and say that it's a terrible trade. I mean, I took all my entries in underneath of the moving averages as it started coming back. Just really never got any follow through on it. I mean, this was the only trade that I was profitable on at all. I just ended up failing. I don't think, maybe I could have cut it off, because at some point this thing needs to make a move. Maybe I could have cut it off a little early as it got back above my entries in the moving averages. But I would have hated myself for it, because I mean, it can still just easily come right back and make lower. Maybe my new entry is underneath this range or something. Either way, just didn't get what I was looking for on it. Then we have Apple, another symmetrical triangle situation. So originally made this triangle, and same situation with the SPY too. I mean, Apple's just got no strength in it. It's not moving lower, but it's still not moving higher either. I mean, but fake pushes all over the place. Fake push down out of this range, fake push higher out of this one, lower again, new low a day, failed to move anywhere, fake push higher out of this range, and I mean, just back and forth really. So it did break a little higher out of this triangle, I guess. No volume that was too significant, but the main thing that I was looking at was just the horizontal levels here. So we had this fake push higher out above VWAP, got stuffed underneath, made another push lower. Volume's definitely nothing to brag about, but overall I liked price action. I liked how it wasn't as strong as what the SPY was doing. Came back to VWAP here for one final test with the 50 coming down on it, and I told myself this was the spot to get into it. So I took 500 on it, stopped just above the recent high that it made, and this was the one where the SPY killed me here. So this was at 1019ish, and 1019 we just spiked and made a new high a day, and I think just Apple was following it in that one situation. I mean, I really don't know, because at the same time it's making those lower, or the lower highs here. It's also making higher lows. I mean, it stepped up once, twice. It's not a terrible trade, but I mean, I'm entering in at the top of the trend line with the 50 coming down. It's just not a bad entry. It's not a bad situation to be in. Just really didn't get any follow through on it. I think I'm going to change Apple to an A. I mean, I would easily take this trade again, but no, I can't make it an A because of all of just the whip in action. I mean, the 5-minute chart has just got all of these pushes every direction. It can't make up its mind. I mean, it's not that clean. It's not an A setup. Took the full stop on Apple, and then at this point I was telling myself I really need to be careful with what I'm doing here. But we saw Tesla, and Tesla once again not following the SPY. SPY strong, Tesla just weak. Starts consolidating again around VWAP, made a push high, back under, and then you can just see the clear triangle that it was trying to make. But had a bottom here, tried to go higher, failed. So then after it made that failure there, I was like, okay, this thing might be a pretty good short coming up. So redrew it again. Failed to move lower again against just super low volume. So I mean, that's telling me that there's no strength here. It's not holding above VWAP, but it's also not holding below VWAP. It's just kind of getting stuck. And maybe this is one of those situations where I need to wait for the breakout first before I start taking anything. Because as I'm looking at it again and talking about it right here, there's not really anything telling me that this wants to go one way or the other. This is just telling me that it can't make up its mind for a direction. But I went with short. I guess I was short biased from the beginning here. It became a low volume pullback, but not. I mean, it consolidated for like 20 minutes in here. So I mean, you know, with the VWAP bounce plays that I'm looking for, they happen immediately. This is just consolidation in here, so it can't really make up its mind. So I end up shorting it. Definitely think I should have been a lot more patient in this one and should not have taken it so early. It ended up having a nice break on good volume, started holding a little higher, but it couldn't find the strength to keep holding higher. Made a little slight push higher, and then it just totally failed. That's 1033. And just another case here where SPY wasn't helping me, made that high a day push and certainly spiked me out there. So really just an ugly day. I mean, my head's still a mess trying to figure everything out that went wrong, how I'm going to label compliance, but I don't know, just really ugly. P&L for sure. I think Mondays I'm too excited to come back to trading. I end up taking too many trades that I really shouldn't be taking. I don't know, just the way it is. I haven't typed up my report yet, but I have a feeling I'll be typing about some more things that I didn't talk about, so give that a read if you want to. But until then, not super pissed. I'm definitely upset, a little disappointed, but nothing tomorrow can't bring me out of, so just be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.